And Michael Huggins is our instructor today. And you've heard it said that those who can do and those who can't teach. Well, Michael is one of those guys that is very adept at both. He has taken this training from the real estate education from Renatus. He has applied it in his life. He has made used that as a tool to make himself successful. He is constantly making himself better, and that just exudes from him. It makes all of us around him better, and we're so glad to have him with us today. He is someone that is definitely someone that can teach and someone that can do it. Michael, how are you today?
Doing great. Doing great. Another beautiful day. Thanks for opening up the webinar for everybody and doing the announcements. And good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wealth Wednesday. Now, if this is your first webinar with us, I want to remind you that we do this every morning, Monday through Thursday, to make sure you got good examples of what to do. You get your questions answered. You're up to date on what we're working on. And this is just something to not really ever miss. I know the people who are top income earners, they're always on trainings. And I know some people think, well, if I was a top income earner, I would be on all the trainings too. Now, we know a little better than that, and we know that they're top income earners because they're on every training, not the other way around. Okay. So, welcome, all you new people and all you returning people. Welcome back. Okay. So, I was recently talking to an IMA here in Denver, and we were talking about going through the motions of a business, not getting the results, and they're wondering why. And so I started thinking, okay, well, I'm not an oracle, so I can't peer into your brain and figure it all out, but I do have some ideas, some things that I've seen work in the past. So here, and things, resources, things and stuff and relationships and experiences and opportunities, all the things and stuff that you want. Okay. Stuff and things and relationships and things and resources, stuff and experience. Okay. Escrow. I think it's very fitting since we deal with escrow all the time. So what I mean by escrow is that this stuff that you desire, that you're thinking about, that you're wanting to bring into your life, is already yours. Okay? It's already yours to have. Because you thought it up, it's yours to have. Isn't that great news? So here's you. Yay. And in order for you to the things that we're talking about, or the things that you're wanting, the things you're after, you got to be emitting a certain frequency, a certain vibe. You know what that vibe is? You have to be emitting gratitude. If you're just constantly emitting gratitude, do you know what that does to the things and the stuff and the resources that you towards this stuff in? Bringing it into your life. Bringing it in. All right, let me switch over to the Wi-Fi here. Okay. So the more gratitude and the more grateful you are, that's this right here. You're starting to attract the stuff into your life. You're starting to resonate with what's in here. Now, all this stuff in here, you thought up. All this stuff in here, you thought up. You're like, ooh, I want this. Now, here's the key, though. I want this. Okay. Let's say this is the thought. You keep thinking this. I want this. I want more money. I want a bigger team. I want real estate. I want to quit my job. Okay. If your goal is I want this, then guess what? By wanting, the wanting of the thing is the manifestation of your goal. I want this. By wanting, you're getting what you want. You want that, so you get want. You get more want. By wanting, you get more want. Sounds kind of silly. I get it. First time I heard it, I had to kind of wrap my head around it. By wanting, I am getting what I want. So the switch is I am or I have this. But the wanting just creates more want. You are if you want something, just by the fact of you feeling the want, you are manifesting the desire of I want this. Does that make sense? Have you guys ever heard something like this or thought of something like this? So the reason why I'm bringing this up is it's important to change how we are relating to our desires, our goals, our dreams, our aspirations. So no more I want this. It's I am this or I have this, and we are only speaking as if you have it, not the wanting of it. Okay, so how do we resonate this frequency, this gratitude stuff that I'm talking about? How do we be more grateful, and how do we display that and continue to be that so it's more and more powerful, so we can bring this stuff into our life, right? We want all this stuff. We want to tractor beam it into our life. Get over here, stuff and things. Okay, here's a couple ideas. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about 4 agreements. Now these 4 agreements are going to create balance and stability in your life. And I'm really grateful I came across this stuff. One of my mentors, Jody Hill, recommended this book, but it's called The 4 Agreements. And these are agreements for peace of mind. These are agreements that you make with yourself. It doesn't require anyone else. Okay, so these 4 agreements are going to help you be more grateful, help you be more attractive, help you close the gap in your vibrational escrow. Okay? So the first agreement that we're going to make with the world, with society, with ourselves, with our partners, with our colleagues, with our mentors, with our recruits, with everyone. First agreement. Always do your best. That's what you want to be known for. You want to be known for doing your best. You want to be known for that. Always do your best. Don't half-ass it. Full-ass it. Always do your best. If you're not doing your best, you're breaking this agreement. Number 2 is be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. Okay? If you are saying one thing and doing another, what happens is you are screwing up. You're screwing this up. You're putting blocks and interference in between all of this if you start breaking your word or you're not doing your best. It's all this interference and the vibrational escrow account manager goes, wow, this person's not doing their best. They're not impeccable with their word. We can't send them millions and billions. We can't send them these kind of relationships and resources. They can't have these kind of experiences yet. They're not being impeccable with their word. Okay? So we're going to focus on that. Number 3 is never take anything personal. Never take anything personal. That's interesting. Never take anything personal. Now, it's easy on the negative side of things, right? When people are being jerks, when they're, calling us names and whatever, that's easy. We're like, well, I'm not going to take that personal. You're just being an idiot. You're just being a hater. And we won't take anything personal. But guess what? That also means, positive too, positive and negative. Never take anything personal. So when I came across this agreement, and I'm starting to think about this, and I'm like, well, okay, never going to take anything personal on the positive side also. So that means when people are yelling at me and they're being all mad, you know what? They're really talking about themselves. And when they're giving me compliments and they're telling me how great I am, they're really talking about themselves. So since they're only ever talking about themselves, if they're saying something positive or negative, it's not really me. They're talking about themselves, so I shouldn't take it personal. How great I am or how big of a jerk I am, and everywhere in between. So we don't take anything personal. We stay neutral with all of it. And then number 4 is never assume. Never assume. Assuming leads to casualties. Assuming leads to wasted time, wasted money. Assuming leads to embarrassment. So these are the 4 agreements that if you continue to show up in the world like this, okay, yes, you have your combo, yes, you're getting educated, yes, you're taking the right steps, but how you go about these steps, here's a great example of how to go about these steps, these 4 agreements. Always do your best. And if you're not watching class, if you haven't turned a class on in the last month, well, go do that. Go do your best, man. Put a class on and get smarter about some real estate. Okay, be impeccable with your word. If you said you're going to do something, do it. If you said something is going to be a certain way, make sure that happens. Be impeccable with your word, regardless of how comfortable it was. Then, next time, if you don't want to do it, it's not uncomfortable, then you'll say the necessary things. Yes, I'll do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Be impeccable with your word. Big things and small things. Sometimes we'll go, well, that's a small matter. I don't need to be impeccable with my word. That's a small thing. No. You're going to screw up this tractor beam. You want to screw this thing up. You want to block it in here by thinking negative thoughts or by breaking agreements. Never take anything personal. This one's funny. It's funny because here's the thing. I'm going to Chicago for Super Saturday, this Saturday. I'm going there. Now, I'm going to add value and share what I can, and hopefully someone will pick up some ideas and go make some money with it. But they're going to tell me how awesome I am and how great my results are and how inspiring I am. And I get that. I receive it on an intellectual level, but I don't take it home with me. I don't be like, I can't take it personal because it's not really me, right? When someone gives someone else a compliment, or when someone else gives someone some criticism, they're only talking about the qualities that they see in themselves. Okay? When we're receiving this feedback, especially from this never take anything personal. Okay, you can only see in others what you see in yourself. Right? This is a universal truth. So all it is other people telling you how awesome they think they are, or how big of a jerk they think they are when they're telling these things. So it's I'm grateful for the accolades. I'm grateful for the positive feedback. I'm grateful for it, but I'm not going to take it personal. Okay? And Bob Snyder doesn't take it personal either. You know, when you thank him for, you go make $100,000 this year and say, "Oh, thank you so much, Bob Snyder. You're amazing." He's not going to be like, "Yes, I made you that 100,000." He's going to say, "No, man, you did it yourself. You took what we created and you did this yourself. So congrats to you." Okay, he's not going to take your success personal. So it's the same thing. And I remember going through this book. I've actually gone through this 3 or 4 times now, and just thinking, okay, I'm not going to take anything personal. I'm never going to assume. Which this one has made me a lot more money. This never assume one, because when I was talking to customers, I used to assume when they made a funny face or they raised an eyebrow or they, looked at their phone or something. I would start to assume that I was screwing up the deal, or that they weren't interested in Renatus. And I started making these assumptions that I was screwing things up. So when I came across this rule, never assume, then it was like, oh, okay. When they make that facial expression, or they make that sigh, or they make that weird noise, that's all it is. And I'm just going to keep doing my best. I'm going to always do my best when I'm talking about the comp plan, when I'm talking about helping people find funding. I'm just going to do my best when we schedule out 3-way calls or screen shares or webinars. Just always doing my best. Are you always doing your best? Or are you sometimes doing your best? Or are you rarely doing your best? It's hard to always do your best. But if you want more out of life, you want these amazing things in your vibrational escrow, you got to become the best version of you. So these 4 agreements have really helped me, and I would highly recommend checking this book out. It's only maybe 90 minutes or 2 hours. It's a pretty small book, but a powerful book. Okay, so that's one way to increase your gratitude tractor beam. All right. Now, take a screenshot of this. Screenshot. All right, now we're going to erase this real quick. Something else I want to give you guys. And then we'll open it up for Q&A. We are wrapping up the year, guys. Do you know how many days you have left to put orders in to get paid in 2017? How many days? Who knows? I know. This is how many days. 18. You got 18 days to put orders in, get signatures in, and get those signatures verified by corporate in order for you to get a paycheck this year. Any orders put in after December 15th are going to pay out in January. So let's be thinking about this. What can we do over these next couple days to make sure that we're hitting our goals? A lot of people have exceeded their goals, what they're after this year. But if you're not, here's something that might help. Here's something that might help. Okay, and we're going to call this, and some of you have seen it before, and hopefully you've been using it. We're calling this the perfect game. Now, I'll tell you why we're going to play the perfect game first, and then I'll tell you what it is. Okay, so here's why. Why play the perfect game? Because what it does is it eliminates shame. It eliminates guilt. It eliminates mistakes. Would you make mistakes? Would you like to learn how to eliminate those? Eliminates shame, eliminates guilt. Okay, this is what it eliminates. And then do you know what it creates? It creates opportunities. It creates experiences. It creates also. It eliminates the things we don't want in our life, and it creates more of what we're putting in, what we're manifesting, what our desires are. The perfect game. So here's why eliminating these things are important. The frequency, right? So we're talking about giving off this gratitude frequency, but if we give off this shame frequency, we basically put ourselves in this little bubble, and no one can get in and no one can get out. We basically turned ourselves off, right? If we're the radio station trying to tune into a frequency, gratitude will make the message come through clearly, but shame and guilt will close it right off. It's just turning it right off. Now, this shame that I'm talking about and the guilt I'm talking about comes from receiving. Comes from receiving. Did you know most people have an issue with receiving? Here's what happens when people start to receive. Receive. You know what I mean by receive? I mean, like, things show up in your life. I'll receive that. Messages, ideas, relationships. Okay, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to receive all this stuff in our vibrational escrow. It's receiving. Okay? Now, the way we're going to get this stuff is through people. It's through people. People are going to give us these stuff and things and resources and relationships and things and stuff and experiences. People are going to give it to us. Now, what happens is when we start receiving, we start a story in our head. The story of less than. If someone else has to give me something, then they must think I'm less than capable of doing this. Or I'm admitting by receiving your help or receiving this introduction or receiving this resource that you think that I'm less than you. And now all this shame and guilt comes in because it's like, you know, let's say someone offers you a backpack. Say, hey, look, I got a new backpack for my computer, and here's my old backpack. Now I know you don't have one, so you can have this one. Now what happens when someone tries to help you receive something? That story kicks in. Oh no, this person thinks I'm less than capable of getting my own backpack, or now they think they're better than me because they're giving me something. And we start this story, and all this guilt and all this shame gives off such a negative vibration, gives off this huge negative vibration that basically repels. It doesn't attract, it repels. And it's not true. That person likes you. That's why they're offering the thing. They don't think you're a piece of crap. But the story in our head can easily switch to that. Or, here's the other thing. It's not less than. It might be, I owe this person now. Oh, this person gave me something. Now I owe them. I owe them money. I owe them time. I owe them something. I owe them attention. So people create this contract where if I receive something, I'm going to owe you. Or if I receive something, I am now less than. And the story screws it up entirely because it's not true. It's not real. And when I was being taught this, I realized I used to do that. I would reject things because I didn't want to feel like I owe somebody something. But if I'm rejecting, then I'm just screwing this whole thing up again, right? It's being sent to me, and then I reject it because I don't want to feel guilty. I don't want to feel shame. I don't want to feel less than. So, there's a solution. The perfect game is the solution to this. We want to, as these things start rapidly coming into your life, these things are going to show up quicker and quicker into your life as you get better at this. And some of you might feel like you don't deserve it. But again, that's just a story. So I want to help change this story for you guys. I want to help you be able to receive a lot easier without these negative emotions. We don't need these. They don't serve us. So here's how it works. If you guys are ready to learn the perfect game, and not only learn it, but actually play it and apply it in your life, if you guys are ready, then we're going to go through this. Okay, take a screenshot. I'm going to erase something. Okay, and I also want you to teach someone on your team the perfect game. It's part of your assignment. Teach people the perfect game after you learn it. That's why I'm so level 4 learning with it and living it, is because I teach it all the time. All the time. Just talking to my mom about this. Okay, so number 1 of the perfect game. Rule number 1. And remember, this is to create ease in receiving. Number 1. Whatever is offered, receive it or take it. Whatever's offered, receive it or take it. That's anything, guys. Anything. Whatever is offered, take it. Okay? Now, obviously, someone's going to go, well, what if they're offering me crack? Yeah, don't take the crack. Come on, man. Don't take anything that's illegal or immoral. Okay? Legal, whatever's offered legally, ethically, and morally, accept it. Legal, ethical, moral. Okay? Whatever's offered, take it. Receive it. It's yours. And sometimes things come in the weirdest ways. Weirdest ways. But it's not for you to decide, no, I wanted it to come a certain way. No, it's here. Whatever that is. Whether that's food or supplies or a ride or ideas or anything. Some people love to give. And so there's a give-receive cycle. We give. This is how the universe works, is a give-receive cycle. So we give gratitude, and we will receive what's in our vibrational escrow. But also people, on a people level, in order for someone to give, the other must receive. So by playing the number 1 rule in the perfect game and always being a receiver, that allows others to give. You know how good it feels to give? Especially as the holidays are coming up. Start giving more, and then never stop for the rest of your life. It doesn't need to be holidays, but sure, we can use that as a reason to turn it on. But the giving, now think about if you wanted to go give your neighbor, you wanted to be Secret Santa for everyone on your block, and you wanted to give them all a Christmas dinner. And, so you go in the middle of the night and you leave all these, intelligently designed boxes of food so that people can make an amazing dinner for their family. And you drive down the street the next day and you look, and everyone has put your gift in the trash. It took that Secret Santa thing that you dropped off in the middle of the night because you wanted to improve their lives, you wanted to give, and all of them looked at it and went, I am not less than. I don't owe anybody anything. I'm not going to receive this. And they just put your thing in the trash. And how would that feel? I'd feel terrible. So receiving allows someone to give. So you have to receive. Now, guess what? You could give it away right back. You could give it to the next person. You could give it. That's fine. But you have to receive it first. So whatever's offered, take it. Okay, whatever's offered, receive it. This is rule number 1. Without shame, without guilt, without feeling like you owe someone anything. Number 2. Número 2. Number 2. Whatever is suggested, do it. As long as it's legal, ethical, moral. Yes, whatever suggested, do it. Okay, this doing, that comes back to the relationships and the resources and the experiences that are in your vibrational escrow. The doing. You want to do this, okay, then get into the mode of doing. Be known as a doer. Do that too, and do that too. So we're watching classes. We got 20 plus instructors teaching us how to make millions. And they Okay, sorry about that, everybody. That was a surprise. Okay, let's get back to this. All right. So what were we talking about? We were talking about the perfect game. We were talking about your vibrational escrow. We were talking about the art of receiving. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. All right. Let's do this. Welcome back. Thank you, vibrational escrow stuff and things. And you attracting the stuff you want in your life. You emitting gratitude to do it. I'm so grateful for my toes, my nose hairs, and my eyeballs. I'm so grateful for the traffic and the weather. I'm so grateful to pay my taxes and my banking interest. I'm so grateful for my team. I'm so grateful for late nights and early mornings. I'm so grateful that my boss yelled at me. I'm so grateful that there's assholes that call me off my signs. I'm so grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for every experience. That gratitude is going to create a magnetic attraction to the stuff and things that you want, that you desire, that you want in your life, that you're committed to experiencing and living. All right. Okay. Hey, Miguel, will you mute your phone, please? Miguel. Mute your phone, please. Miguel, will you mute your phone? Por favor.
Yes. Hold on a second there.
Thank you very much.
Uh,
It's on the top. On the top. Just touch your screen, then the mute button will be right up there at the top.
yeah. Where is it?
Okay, so the perfect game. So remember, whatever is offered, take it. Receive it. Something's being offered to you. Be a receiver so that we can continue this give-receive cycle. Remember that feeling? If you were to go give a bunch of people stuff and they just put it in the trash right in front of you and they rejected it, that wouldn't feel very good. So we're going to play rule number 1 now. The universe, the supplier, the creator, whoever is the one offering these things to you. And so if you receive them, then it continues the flow. But if you put up a block, you put up a dam, block the flow. We don't want that. It's dangerous. That's dangerous. We got to receive. And then by receiving, it allows you to actually give more because you now have more to give because you were receiving. It is incredibly powerful and simple. It's simple. This is so simple. It's free to do. It's just a switch in your mind. There's no guilt around receiving. There's no less than. You don't owe anyone. What's up, Kevin? Thanks for jumping in here. Okay, let's do this. Number 2 we talked about was whatever is suggested, do it. Whatever suggested, do it. Now, this one is scary. Sure, I get it, Michael. I'll receive. I'll put my hands out. I'll receive. I could do that. But the doing, oh no. I don't want to do something. What if I screw it up? What if I look like an ass? What if I offend someone? What if I can't do it right? And we start to get into all these doubts and limitations and judgments. We start judging ourselves before we've even done it. We judged ourselves. So we want to eliminate judgment and doubt, and we do that through actually doing, the doing of the thing. So we're taking classes with tons of millionaires in real estate and business, and they tell us these things. They suggest that we look here for properties, and they suggest we make our offers this way, and they suggest that we conduct ourselves in a certain manner. And all these suggestions are from people who are creating a result that we want. So let's not think about it. Let's not go home and be like, should I really do what Hugh Zaretsky said I should be doing in that class? Of course you should, man. It's got the result. So whatever suggested, do it. What about in your office? If the presenter says, hey, will you come intro me? Will you open up the room and will you introduce me and just get the night kicked off? Whatever suggested, do it. You don't have to do it perfect. It doesn't say do it perfect. It just says do it. Okay? Because rule number 3 brings it all together. Whatever happens, declare it perfect. What does declare mean? Does it mean keep it to yourself? No. Declare means say it out loud, yell it, express it. Perfect. Perfect. Hey, we just found out that the water heater's been leaking all weekend into our brand new flip house. Perfect. Whatever happens, declare it perfect. Okay? It's not always easy, but it is very helpful. All right, I had someone who paid for their combo. We've been pursuing them for a while. They've been checking us out. They know we have what they want. We're offering. So they signed up, and within their 7 days, they got scared, canceled their combo order, and there goes that commission, right? I didn't get all bent out of shape. I literally just when I logged in and I saw that order was gone, I just went, perfect. Perfect. The old me would have flipped out and started calling people names or calling myself a name, like, man, you can never get it right. Blah, blah. But because I played the perfect game, I've been doing it for years, I just went, perfect. Let's go to the next one. Next. And this perfect removes judgment. It happened perfectly. Why did it happen perfectly? Because it happened. That's why. This gives you that vibration, that magnetic energy, that attraction quality. So when other people see you do this, when other people observing you doing these 3 steps, they're gonna be like, dang, I want to. That takes balls. That takes guts. Good job. I want to be more like you. You said, great, get a combo. What's your credit card number? Maybe you do a little smoother transition, but you get the point, guys. You get the point. So if we have 18 days to get orders in, to hit the goals and the numbers you're after, some of you need 1 combo in 18 days. Some of you need 3 or 4 or 5 to hit your numbers. Here's what I suggest. You make this top priority. You get obsessed with this for the next 18 days. You get obsessed with getting these orders in. You get obsessed with it. You move things so that you're at every meeting, you're on every training, and you are contacting and inviting 3 people a day. 3 people a day. That's it. On Sunday 2, on Saturday 2, on Friday 2. This is not just a Monday through Wednesday kind of thing. This is every day, every day. If you do 3 a day, you're gonna talk to over 50 people. If you need 2 combos and you get 50 people in the room, you're definitely getting 2 combos. Okay? If you have a ton of leads and you just didn't close them, here's something to consider. A promotion. Now, if you're 5-star, you can only offer this if you're 5-star. But here's what I've seen work in the past, and I've also made it work in the past, where I call people back and tell them that we're doing a special. We're doing a year-end special. Now, these are people who I know need it. Now, maybe they only came to 1 meeting and never talked to them again. I'll still call them and text them and Facebook Messenger them. I don't really email them. I think I've sent like 3 emails this year. But I do a lot of texting and a lot of calls and a lot of Facebook Messenger because people will actually answer their Facebook Messenger. Okay? But here's what I suggest. When you're calling them, make an offer. And depending on their motivation, these are the 3 top things that I've seen help me close business. 1 is tablets or iPads. Number 2 is plane tickets. And then number 3 is just simply cash. So I reach out to people, reach out to my old leads, and I'll give them a quick update on someone on my team or someone or something I'm doing. And I'll, so you got to find the people, then you got to tell the story, then we got to build for an event, and then we're going to follow up. So the event is December 14th. When you tell them, say, hey, great news. My business is running a promotion where if you come on board, you get your combo before you sign up and you start your account before December 15th. And we get it funded by the end of the year. Roxy, will you mute your phone, please? If you get it funded by the end of the year, then what I'll do is I will give you a new tablet, an iPad or something, or we'll get 2 tickets to Hawaii or to New York or to Florida or somewhere fun, and or I'll give you cash back. We get a $750 rebate if you buy right now. Okay, anywhere from, I've seen $750 work up to, you decide. But you got to get these orders in. Okay, most companies, like if they're going to close a sale, they got to, there's marketing material, there's budgets, there's all this stuff. So how much of $10,000 would you be willing to spend for a new combo student? Because remember, you're also getting a bucket, not just the 10 grand. So I've seen people give away, up to 2,000. Say, hey, you get your order in right now, and we're doing a holiday special, year-end special, where you get a free essentials. Now, again, you can only do this if you're 5-star or you've talked to your 5-star about it. You said, hey, I got these people that are going to buy a combo. But this is what I want to offer them to get them to actually take action. Okay, so tablets, plane tickets, cash. Now with the plane tickets, you just go buy them far enough in the future that you can still get 2 tickets to Hawaii for less than $1,000 round trip. Right? So you tell your new prospects, say, hey, yeah, you and your wife can, go on this trip. You go set up your Airbnb or whatever once you get there, but we'll get you there, and then you get to go visit the Hawaii team and plug into that. But anyway, you got to take action now. If you do this, I'll do this. But if you don't do this, I won't do this. And you just put it out there on the table, and then you start following up. So just work the system. Find the people. Tell the story. Build for events. Follow up. So telling that story of how great 2017 has been. Okay, telling the story of 2017, but then also telling the story of 2018. And what you're going to do, what your team's going to do, and what the company's going to do as a whole. Okay, and you're not really going to wait for people to say, okay, sign me up. You're driving the conversation. You're going to say, this is it, buddy. We're signing you up. We know you want it. This is the best price in town. And not only that, there's this special where if you act now, you get $500 cash back. Or you don't have to jump right to $750. You could say $250 cash back, right? Be thinking of how to create an extra bit of urgency and motivation, okay? Also, telling the story, 3-way calls. 3-way calls. If you got a prospect who's watched an epic or they've been to an intro meeting and they didn't buy, well, maybe they just need to hear another story. Instead of you, they want to hear someone else. So make 3-way calls all the time. All the time, make 3-way calls. Okay, we got time for 2 questions. I know we're at the top of the hour, but I want to make a space for questions. So if you have to run, I get it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Play this game with the best of attitudes. You're going to make a fool of yourself only if you take things personally. Other than that, you're going to do great. Look at me. I've been playing this perfect game the whole time. And it's fun. It's a ton of fun. And you can't really screw it up as long as you keep declaring it perfect. Okay, so any questions, comments, ideas before we wrap up our Wealth Wednesday? Come off mute, ask your question, or you can type it into the chat. Okay, well, if you got any questions throughout this, I'm here to support you guys. So text me or hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Let me know what I can do to help you guys. Let's make a big push. Let's stay focused. Let's keep emitting that gratitude. Okay, that attitude of gratitude is going to be a major key. Stay grateful. Stay grateful. It'll connect you to this stuff and things that you want, that you're desiring, that should be in your life. Okay, no questions? You guys are awesome. Okay, go fight, win, kick some ass. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.